The world of copywriting can feel very competitive. As you begin your journey, you might encounter other copywriters who have been working professionally for decades. The rates they charge might make you feel pretty motivated. Sometimes it can be thousands of dollars a day, but they might also scare you or maybe even make you feel intimidated. So how can you get to the point where you can make a living doing what you love and have clients willing to pay you the rates that professional copywriters get? Well, the answer is not always satisfying. No one can develop skills, talents, or a stunning portfolio overnight. But as you continue to practice, learn, and gain experience, you may find yourself growing and succeeding in unprecedented ways. In order to see where you are and where you're going, you can look at the 4 stages of competence. This principle can be applied to any skill or any profession, but is especially good to keep in mind in the competitive world of copywriting. So let's get on to unconscious incompetence. We will start with the first stage, although you've probably already passed this stage for the most part. A person is in the unconscious incompetence stage when they're not even aware that they are lacking skills. These people do not understand the benefits of learning the skills and have not given any thought into gaining these skills. For the most part, you have already left this stage in your copywriting journey. After all, you've already taken the time to learn about copywriting, right? You already know the benefits of learning about copywriting. You can use it to build a career, understand the content that you consume every day, and develop other skills in marketing, selling, or even advertising. Of course, there are some things that you may not know about copywriting yet. As the world of marketing and advertising adapts to the online world, new strategies are being built every day. As you continue on this journey, subscribe to newsletters from resources that talk about copywriting, content marketing, and SEO. As you learn about the new skills and strategies, you will slowly move out of the unconscious incompetence stage with the rest of the writers in your industry. Now let's move on to conscious incompetence. If you've just begun your copywriting journey, you're probably in this stage. You recognize you have a deficiency in the skill, and you also know the benefits of learning and developing your abilities. When you take the time to invest your time and in resources in courses and books and seminars about copywriting, you understand the value of these courses. At this stage, you want to gather as much information as you can about the subject. You want to read about copywriting. You want to take more online courses. You want to reach out to other copywriters who have been working in the industry, maybe even find a mentor. In fact, I'll tell you about an opportunity to learn more about what I have to teach about copywriting in a few minutes. Now, as you begin to apply your knowledge, you may not be getting everything right. Trial and error is integral to every skill, and it should be welcomed. A pitcher will not throw consistent strikeouts before they've had bad games, and salesmen will not make ideal numbers until they've been rejected by many clients. Failure is just a part of learning. It is so important to practice copywriting though. You just need to start writing. Show your work to other copywriters. Just get their opinions. This conscious incompetent stage is all about learning and trying new things. So don't be afraid to make mistakes or write bad copy. When you learn what makes copy bad, you can avoid those mistakes in the future and put out even better work. Now the third stage is something called conscious competence. Once you have taken the time to learn about the skill and actually start practicing, copywriting and the general guidelines might start to come naturally to you. When you are consciously competent, you can produce something using your skills. Copywriters may be able to put out decent work for their first clients, but as you write this copy, you are consciously pulling information from what you have learned. As you read the copy, you're analyzing it with your new skills. And when you're at this stage, you can actually start to find work as a copywriter and actually start to build a career. The copy that you've put out may not fly off your fingertips, but you can still complete the work and you feel somewhat confident when you're finished. Don't be afraid to seek out clients once you feel that you've produced quality work. Now, once you have produced some copywriting work, do not stop learning or building your skills. It is very important to keep practicing, to keep getting better. Keep writing and reaching out for feedback. Ask your clients personally for feedback periodically. The seminars and courses and books you read might be for more advanced writers, but your attendance is still necessary to reach the highest level of copywriting, which is called unconscious competence. This is the final stage of competence. And at this stage, you'll be able to produce high quality, amazingly converting copy without thinking too hard about the process. Copywriting will come naturally to you, and junior writers may look to you for advice and feedback. Just like some people drive home without thinking about their route, which turns to take and stuff like that, you don't need to think about the basics of human psychology, and you just kind of know what's going to work and what's not. Copywriters might find themselves striving to reach this stage for their entire career. As the digital world and competition add roadblocks to your journey, you may find yourself seeking knowledge and wanting to practice even more. There's always something new to learn and ways that you can improve your skills. Do not see mastery as an end goal that can be achieved next year. Treat this stage like a reward that is always dangling just out of reach as you run on the treadmill. If you continue to push further and try to be better than yourself in the past, you will always grow into a copywriter that you once admired. Use these 4 stages of competence as checkpoints on the roadmap ahead of you. All of your hard work and practice will pay off as you find yourself moving through these different stages. When you start to feel discouraged by mistakes or missteps, remember that these are necessary building blocks. You will not reach the top of the pyramid if you do not learn the lessons at the bottom. If you feel stuck and if you want to go from knowing what you don't know to learning all all that there is about copywriting, I actually just launched my Copywriter's Kit, which is a collection of videos, PDFs, MP3s, worksheets, and basically just a bunch of training for an aspiring copywriter. You can check it out in the link below before I raise the price and really learn to master the skill and art of copywriting by understanding the fundamentals for less than $100. Before I end this video, I want to give you 2 tips to apply your knowledge. Number 1 is to practice. Just practice more. Get into the habit of practicing for a few hours each week. When will you sit down and write? Is it going to be today, tomorrow, next week, next month? Set some goals and set aside some time where you can actually write, make mistakes, and get feedback. The more you practice, the more you will learn and the better you will get. And tip number 2 to apply your knowledge is to reach out to a mentor or something called an accountability buddy, which will help keep you on track. I also recommend setting up a time every week or a month where you can chat, exchange copy, and just give each other feedback. Share new, helpful resources with your buddy and ask for resources in return. This relationship will help you widen your perspective and build your skills further. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you learned something.